Hey everyone, it's Kaycienikole. Today I'm going to guide y'all through a Sun Salutation A flow. So the gist of the class is going to be slowly warming up the body and being able to work ourselves up to a full Sun Salutation A sequence. We'll be going through 5 of the Sun Salutation A's to feel that sense of a flow and connection of breath and motion. After our sun salutations, we'll drop right back down into a seat for just a brief meditation to close ourselves back down. So we'll start and we'll end from this seated position. No props needed for today. We're just going to kind of work with what we got. So from your seat, any seat of your choosing, just close your eyes, lift your spine all the way up through the crown. Feel your shoulders draw up. Pull them back, opening up across the chest, and then just relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Hands can rest down at your lap. And just feel a nice sense of alignment, this drawing upward through the spine, but equally a rooting down into the sit bones. Scanning over your body and just noticing the areas that might feel tense, tight, uncomfortable, but equally feeling the spaces that feel expanded, open, and ready, energized. We're going to start to get all of this energy moving a little bit through the breath. So let's exhale and just let everything go. We're going to take a nice clearing breath together. Slow inhale. Slowly expand the entire body open, filling all the way up to the top, and then just hold the breath. Open up the mouth and let it go. Again, slow breath in. Take your time. Holding at the top. And then open up the mouth and release. Now continue to breathe here, just in and out of the nose, finding your rhythm. And we're going to go through a quick box breathing technique. We're going to work on finding even parts in our inhales, the pause at the top of the inhale, the exhales, and the pause at the bottom of the exhale, gradually increasing the depth of the breath. So let's exhale, let everything go, starting with a 4 count. Through the nose, inhale, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, holding, 1, 2, 3, 4. Through the nose, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. Adding on, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Through the nose, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adding on, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding the breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more on your own, counting your own breath. And once you've completed that full cycle, relax your breath a little bit, still breathing in and out of the nose. And we're going to start to shift our breathing into Ujjayi, victorious breath, a very audible breath, like an ocean wave crashing in and out. Take just a few more in this position. And gently blink open through the eyes. Let's take the right leg and bring it forward out in front of us. Take the left foot and bring it to the inside of the right leg. Fingertips frame to either side of your extended leg. If you got a lot of rounding into your lower back, you can take the fingers behind you, lean back, and then work on lengthening up through the chest. Eventually, you'll be able to stack over the hips while keeping them neutral and lower back stays long. And then if you would like to go deeper, exhale, folding over your front leg. Let the pelvis guide you. Don't just curl your spine to go deeper, but extend your chest away from your hips. Feel that front quad nice and engaged. If you want a little side to side movement, you can add in that dynamic movement if that feels good for you. Couple more breaths. Inhale, slowly walk your hands all the way back up. We're going to take the knee that's out to the side and we're going to lift it up and step it over. As we step over, right hand hooks around the knee, left fingertips prop right behind the hips. Keep the weight in your hips. Don't lean back into the hand. Inhale, lift your spine up nice and tall. Keep the lower back lifted. Exhale, rotate through your rib cage, through your chest. Maybe look back over your left shoulder. Couple more breaths here, lifting on the inhale, twisting on the exhale. If you want a counter stretch in your neck, look over your front shoulder. The choice is yours. And if you want to go deeper, hook your elbow to the outer knee to leverage. One more breath. Inhale, unravel your spine to center. You're going to walk your hands over to the right side and just bow over. Lifting yourself back up. We're going to take that foot, slide it back to the inside of the thigh, but this time you're going to keep your right leg extended in front of you, but you're just going to open up your hips to the side of the mat, letting that foot to the inner thigh kind of follow you. So now my hips are a little more open to the side. My right leg is more out to my right side. Right hand is going to slide to the inside of my right leg. I'm going to push into the leg to open up my ribs and chest. Left hand, instead of reaching out to the side and up, I'm going to reach it in front of my chest and sweep it up around my left ear. Now from here, I'm going to reach out through my fingertips and maybe walk my right hand down the leg, maybe bend the elbow and sink myself in deeper. Feel the heaviness in your left hip. And as you reach through the top fingertips, lengthening into the side body a little bit more. Let's take another breath here. Inhale, come all the way back up. You're going to take now that top hand and you're going to drop it down behind you. This time I do want you to plant your hand and lean into it. Right hand reaches towards the ceiling. And as you do, begin to open up the chest. You can stay right here. This is perfectly fine. Otherwise, you're going to lean towards that left knee, press into the knee, and open up into a nice little back bend. Next, exhale, come all the way back down. Scoot your hips back around. Stretch your legs out long. And feel free to give them a nice little shake here. Switching sides, let's bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. Left leg is engaged and nice and long directly in front of you, and the hips stay squared in this first part. Fingertips to the ground, maybe walk the sit bones back to make sure that the pelvis is neutral. If you have a lot of curling, once again, drop back and work on lifting the spine from the pelvis. Once the pelvis is stacked, stay here or tip the pelvis forward as you walk your hands down the length of your left leg. Remember to keep the quads active here. Deep breaths, maybe a little swaying from side to side. Take another breath. Now slowly walk the hands all the way back into an upright seat We're going to lift the right knee and step the foot over the left leg. Left hand cups around the knee, right fingertips to the ground right behind the hips while keeping weight in the hips. Lift the spine, breath in, and then exhale, twisting to the right side. Maybe look over the right shoulder, maybe look over the left shoulder. The choice is yours. A few more breaths here. If you do want to deepen, you can hook your elbow to the outside of the knee to help leverage. One more deep breath here, lifting taller on the inhale, twisting deeper on the exhale. Inhale, unravel to center, walk your hands over to the left side, and just round yourself down. Slowly coming up, you're going to take the right foot, bring it back to the inside of the thigh. And this time we're going to scoot the hips open to the right side slightly. You can adjust the foot to the inner thigh as much as you'd like, but keep that left leg directly out to the left side this time. Left hand to the inside of the leg, pushing against it to open up the chest away from the leg. Now from here, you can walk the hands down the leg a little bit, finding kind of that edge point. Right hand, don't reach it to the right. Sweep it in front of the chest and let it frame up around the right ear as best as you can. Then you can arc over. Try to really spin your heart towards the ceiling as you reach over, and then reach long through those top fingertips. Feel the heaviness into your right hip. Couple more breaths. Inhale, come all the way up. Now plant the right hand down to the ground, lean back into it. Left hand reaches up as you open up the chest. Stay here or lean and press into that right knee as you open yourself up. One more breath in. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down. Let's go ahead and cross the legs here. Hands cup over the knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, chin to your chest, tail tucks under, curl your back. We're going through seated cat-cow positions. Inhale, scoop the heart forward and up. Lift up through the chest, feel the sit bones draw back. Exhale, rounding and curling back in. Inhale, open. Start to move on your own just for a couple more breaths. If you want to add in any other little movements, add them in. And then make your way back to a nice neutral shape. We're going to sweep the legs off to the side and make our way up into a tabletop position. From tabletop, let's go ahead and take the right hand forward. Reach it long in front of you and then stretch your left leg back nice and long behind you. Now we're going to do a couple bird dogs, which is going to activate the core a little bit here. So as you reach from fingertips to the back foot, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your elbow towards your knee underneath you, curl your back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze them back in. Inhale, extend. Now from here, set the right hand down to the ground. You're going to kick your left leg out to the left side. And then exhale, sweep it all the way over to the right side and set the foot down. Go ahead and look back over your right shoulder so you get that curve in your spine. Inhale, bring spine center, leg kicks over to the left. Exhale, sweep it over to the right, set the foot, look back. Now inhale, kick the leg back to the left. This time we're going to set the foot all the way down to the ground, directly out to the side of us. From here, just sink forward and back a little bit. Ease into the hips, feel the inner hip and groin. And then you're going to walk the hands up, coming all the way up into gate pose. I'm going to face towards you so you have a better focal point here. Hips stack over that bottom knee, leg directly out to the side. Left hand drops down to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up with a breath in. And then exhale, lean over to the left. Take a breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. Arms reach up. And exhale, big reach down with your right hand. As the right hand comes down, you're coming into this modified kind of side plank position. Then we're going to work a little bit of balance. See if you can float that back leg up. One more breath. Slowly lower the foot back down. Nice active core. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach high over your head. Interlace your fingers and flip the palms up. Draw them up and over your head. Take another breath here. And then as you exhale, take your hands behind your back. I'm going to turn to the side again. As the hands come behind your back, interlace the fingers. Knuckles reach away from the back, lifting the spine. And exhale, hinging forward. The head might even touch down to the ground. Inhale, pull all the way back up, arms reach high. And exhale, hands down to the ground. From here, just sweep the left leg back, come into tabletop position. Feel free, wiggle around a little bit, do what feels good. All right, when you're ready, left hand reaches forward and the right leg stretches back. Limbs are floating from the ground. Take a deep breath in, core is engaged. Exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze them in. Doesn't matter if they touch or not. Inhale, lengthen, just a way to get into our core. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen. From here, set the left hand down. Right leg kicks out to the right side. And then exhale, sweep the leg over to the left side. Set the foot down to the ground. And then look back over your left shoulder towards the foot. Inhale, kick the leg out to the right. And exhale, sweep it over to the left. Set it down. Look back. Inhale, sweep the leg out to the right. This time, slowly lower the leg directly out to your side. And then sink the hips forward and back a few times. Once you're here, walk the hands up, come all the way up into your gate pose. I'm going to reposition once again just for visibility. Right hand sets down to your right leg. Left hand reaches high. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean over to the right side. Stretch into the side body. Hand is resting at the thigh or shin. Try not to press into the knee. Inhale, come all the way up. Left hand takes a big reach all the way down to the ground. Right hand up. Stay here, pressing into the floor. Maybe float your right leg up. Core is engaged. And then lower the foot. Strong core, come all the way up. From here, arms reach high over your head as you interlace the fingers, reach up through the palms. Exhale, release the hands behind your back. I'll change my formation. As you interlace fingers, lift the spine. And then exhale, hinging forward. You can hinge a little, you can hinge a lot. Maybe the head touches all the way down. And then pull all the way back up. Arms reach high, inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Sweep the right leg back and then set it down. Take a quick little child's pose. Knees separate, big toes connect, and just let the hips sink towards the heels as best as they can. Relaxing your head, arms melt down. Few grounding breaths here or any other comfortable position. When you're ready, let's make our way up into tabletop and then tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, come into a downward facing dog. And from downward dog, you can pedal out your legs a little bit, bend one knee and then the other, and feel that slight shifting in your hips. Try to really press weight back into the legs. Bend the knees as generously as you'd like to get there. Let the head drop heavy. One more breath in and a breath out. Take your hands and walk them to your feet, all the way to the back of the mat, switching it up a little bit. Halfway lift, inhale, really draw the heart forward, and exhale, fold. Let's separate the feet about the width of the mat, let the toes turn out, and let's sink the hips either into a low squat where the hips go down really low, or high squat where you're up a little bit higher but still sinking as best as you can. High squat is going to work a little bit more of the musculature, low squat a little more of the flexibility. Now, if you can, hands at heart, try to guide the thighs open, maybe little sways from side to side. Now from here, hands drop down. You can walk them forward a little bit until you can straighten out the legs, walk the feet in, and then walk your hands back towards the feet into a standing forward fold. Now we're going to roll up bone by bone. So take a generous bend into the knees. Feel your tail start to scoop down, rolling up through your lower back, nice and slow. Roll up to your mid back, your upper back. Roll up through the shoulders and then the head. Feel your shoulders pull forward and up, and then exhale, roll them all the way back and down. Let's go ahead and walk forward to the front of the mat, and we're going to move through 5 Sun Salutation A's. The first one, we're going to move nice and slow. From here, arms reach high. Take a deep breath in. Open up the chest at the top. And exhale, forward fold, hinging flat back, and then rounding over. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Heart pulls forward. And then exhale, plant the hands and step into a plank position. We're going to hold in the plank for just a couple breaths, feeling that core connection before we just go right into our chaturanga. So we're going to go through our vinyasa sequence together. From here, begin to shift some weight forward, maybe drop the knees. Exhale, lower halfway, and then all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. We're going to do just a nice gentle back bend here. So inhale, lift up through your heart. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. You can transition back however you'd like. If you want to come back down to the ground first or come back onto the knees, you absolutely can. Child's pose is also an option at any time. Give yourself about 3 more breaths in your downward dog. And if you want to continue to pedal your legs or add some movements in, you're more than welcome to do so. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Look forward and walk your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift position. Inhale, feel the heart pull forward. And exhale, folding in. With a flat back, inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching up nice and tall. And then join your hands together at heart center and then down to the sides. The next one we're going to go through, we're going to move a little bit quicker. One breath, one motion. Move at your own pace. Inhale, arms up, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half forward bend, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Step back, lower half or all the way down. Inhale, coming into your back bend, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 to 5 breaths. If you're like, hey, what words are you speaking here? This is Sanskrit. And as we get to know these postures, we do them a lot. We can start slowly taking in more information about them, such as their Sanskrit names. Let's take one more breath here from our downward dog. And as you exhale, release, and then step or hop all the way to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, flat back, come all the way up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to your heart, and then down to your sides. Third round, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Remember the child's pose is always there. We're trying to build that breath, body connection. One breath, one motion. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then step or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, come to standing flat back, all the way up. And then exhale, arms down to your sides. Tadasana. Fourth round, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deepen your breath. Broaden the shoulders across the back. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Look forward, step or hop front of the mat. Halfway lift, breath in. Folding breath out. Inhale, come to standing. Reaching up tall. And then exhale, hands to your heart and down to your sides. Last one we're going to go through is still going to be one breath, one motion. But this time we're not going to hold in that downward dog for 5 breaths. We're just going to keep it moving right to the top. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in to prepare. And then exhale, come back to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Inhale, come up to standing. Reaching up. And hands together at heart. Drop them down to your sides. Slowly make your way down into a seat. And from your seat here, spine lifts. Close the eyes. We're going to release some of this excess energy and heat with a couple deep sighs through the mouth. We're going to stick our tongues out. We're going to lift our eyes up towards our third eye point. And we're just going to release with a lion's breath. So release your breath out first. Start at the bottom. Slow breath through the nose. Fill up into your belly, ribs and chest. Open up the eyes. Open up the mouth. Tongue to the chin, eyes to the third eye. Force the breath out. Couple easy breaths. Let's do that one more time. Exhale completely. Slow breath in through the nose, filling from the bottom all the way up. Eyes up, tongue out, and let it go. Relax your breath, close your eyes, feel your spine lift. The breath is softening. And feel yourself rooting back down into the earth. Feel the lightness in the body, feel the lightness of your mind. Releasing away from having to do anything and just simply allow yourself to be present, to feel sensation, to feel breath. And just give yourself a few moments here in stillness. If you would like longer to sit, just hit pause. Otherwise, draw your hands together at your heart center. Thank your bodies for all that they do for you. And as always, thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. Open up your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much. I love a good sun salutation flow, a good way of getting things moving without having anything overly complicated, simple way of getting into your body and into your breath. So I really hope you enjoyed the prep work and a little bit of that movement, the opening, the strengthening, and then feeling that moving meditation with breath and motion. Feel free to drop some comments for me, and I'm looking forward to practicing with y'all again soon. Thank you.